I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Father Time Network. Hope everyone is doing well. My name is Anthony, and on this platform I talk about how important it is to be a father. I'm here to make being a father cool again. But before I continue, let's get into the intro. Today I want to talk a little bit about fathers receiving 50-50 custody of their kids. I came across a video as I was scrolling on Instagram. I'm going to let y'all see the video, then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Unmarried mother myself. I could say that my son, I don't care what happens with me and his dad, whether we get married or God forbid one day we break up, he deserves 50-50 with his dad. He's a man. And his dad and every other dad in this state deserves to start out at 50-50.
As y'all can see in this video, this woman stated that if her and the father of her child splits up, she's still going to give that man 50-50 custody. She even stated that he deserves that. And I feel like all men deserve that, especially if you're a good father. Now, if you're a terrible father and you're abusing the kids and things like that, obviously you don't deserve no type of custody of your kids. But if you're a good father, I'm talking about your kids cry because they want to continue to stay with you and be with you, man, you deserve 50-50 custody. And a lot of times in this court system, man, it's rigged. It's rigged for the woman to receive custody of the children. And a lot of these women, they go with that, knowing that the father of their child or their children may be a good man. He takes care of the babies. They cry when they not around them. They constantly asking where daddy at. These women will hold these kids away from their father just because of a grudge, just because they're angry, they're mad at that man. They don't care about these kids. Most fathers care more about their kids than the mother does. If you look at statistics, most mothers, when the relationship ends, they putting that man right on child support. They want that money. Most fathers that win custody of their children, they don't even go for child support. We take care of our kids on our own. You're looking at a man that does that. You're looking at a man that has custody of his child. Now, I don't ask the mother of my child for nothing. I don't want your money. I'm not taking you to court for child support. But if the shoe was on the other foot, yeah, I'll be paying child support. I already know that. So, in society right now, we see what's going on, especially with these young men. Let's just talk about the father role in the young boys. I want to give you a quick scenario, a quick story. So last night, I'm at the table with my son, his mother. We eating Chinese food. My son looked at his mother and said, "I want more rice now." And she was on the verge of giving him a scoop of rice and giving it to him. I say, "Ho." I said, "You want what?" I said, "First of all, don't ever talk to your mother like that. You ask politely, 'Mom, can I please have some more rice?'" So my son, he kind of hides behind his mom, lay his head on her chest, and then he got quiet for a minute. I want to say a minute to 2 minutes later, he looked at his mother and said, "Mommy, please, can I have some more rice?" That's the difference. Had I not been there, my son's mother would have kept feeding my son rice with that type of behavior. She didn't even realize what was going on. She said, "I was just feeding him because I thought he was hungry." She didn't realize what he was saying out his mouth. And that's why young boys need their father to regulate and check their sons when they display that type of behavior. Soon as I said something to my son, all that switched up. See, A lot of women, they don't understand that type of behavior. But us as men, when we see that type of behavior from our sons, we know to check that immediately. Because what's going to happen is when your son is showing that type of disrespect at a young age, when he grows up to be a grown man, it's going to be that much more severe. This when you get temper tantrums. This when you get him spazzing out, putting his hands on women. This when all that comes into play. But if he has a real father in his life from day one, he won't display that type of behavior. Like I told y'all, as soon as I said something to my son, 2 minutes later, Mommy, can I please have some more rice? And after he did that, I said, good job, son. I appreciate that. That's why they need their fathers. His mother would have kept feeding him with that type of behavior, but dad checked it. And when dad checks it, the kids fall right in line. So to all the women out here that's keeping their sons away from their father, think about that scenario. If you have a son right now that's displaying, disruptive, disrespectful behavior, as that young boy gets older and becomes a man, that type of behavior is going to get worse. He needs his father to put that in check now. Whatever y'all was going through, that's personal. That's between y'all two. Don't keep your sons away from their father, especially if you know he's a good man. Young boys need their father. I hear a lot of women say, oh, when they go over their dad's house, he's too rough. He got too many rules. The kids are always coming back, crying. They need that. They need that. They need that discipline from their father. Women are always going to cater to a young boy's emotional side. Fathers don't care about that. We're catering to developing them into becoming men and showing them how to deal with their emotions, not live their life emotional. So think about that to all the women. Stop keeping the fathers from the kids. We deserve as much rights as the women do. This is the Father Time Network, and I'm here to make being a father cool again.